there is this website called The Foundation, thefoundation.com. If you haven't been there, which you haven't probably, it's a website. They're really into online marketing, and it's kind of a hard sell. But this is not about that. This is about the course they're selling and how it affected my life. I ran across foundation marketing material. I think it got forwarded from a friend when I was in my last month in Hong Kong. I had just decided to fly back, and I was honestly like, well, I have nothing to do. I'm not going out and pursuing any job opportunities here. I'm really curious about this one thing that this friend sent me, and I will check it out, I guess. And at the time, they were doing a series of promotional videos leading up to the launch of the third foundation class of all time. Foundation is sort of like a college class. It lasts for half of a year, and they teach you a set of skills, and you go out and apply it in the real world, which is the only way it differs from a college class. And the specific set of skills that they teach you turns out to be incredibly useful, and I've since built an entire business or two using those skills. So that's cool. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The main idea behind the foundation is that entrepreneurship is a path to freedom and to doing what you want with your life, which is obviously an idea that's oversold and overpromised and underdelivered. So obviously I was skeptical going in, but the people who sell this course were pretty legit about it, and it was about the cost of the college class, and I had some money that I had specifically allocated after college was over to educating myself into traveling. And I was done traveling. So that reminds me of the joke, I'm here to chew gum and kill people, and I'm all out of chewing gum. But it's sort of like that. So I was there to travel, and I was there to educate myself. And I was all out of traveling, and I just had money to spend on self-education. So I was like, this seems like the best way to spend this money. It is the coolest looking class. And so I sort of dove into their marketing material and made sure they were legit, and sent a couple emails and asked if it would be the right thing for me. And it turned out to be really, really interesting. I came home right as I was getting started. And my mom was like, what is this thing you're doing? And I was like, this is, what I did with the education fund. Which is a whole nother story. I sort of decided that I wanted to compare what spending money on college was like compared to spending money on educating myself with my own resources. So yeah, obviously college was valuable, but the stuff I learned after college with the same money that I set aside for college, also set aside for self-education, turned out to be valuable as well, which I think is pretty cool. But anyway, the foundation was about building a business and solving a problem in order to eventually get yourself sort of in a place where you like what you're doing with your life and also running a business. And they do this by telling you that starting a business is about solving an important problem and making things easier for people, and that you don't have to sell something too hard. You just have to find a problem that people really need solved, and they don't have time to wait around for. And then, supposing their business is running well enough, they'll obviously have extra money in the bank, and they'll be able to pay you to build this product that will solve their urgent, important problem. And so the most of the course is dedicated to just meeting people who are running businesses that are the right size, that they have extra cash to spend, and then talking to those people about what urgent, important problems they have, and ferreting out how you can help them with those problems. Essentially, it's just question asking. And it is phenomenal. The whole course is wonderful. And this is a very bad pitch for their course compared to the ones they make for themselves. But hopefully it serves as a personal recommendation. I absolutely love it. I use the exact same concept. Even though they teach how to build a software business, I use the exact same concept to build a drone business, where I just pre-sold my drone services to people before I even had a drone. I would go out and talk to people I thought might like to have aerial footage or aerial pictures, and I ended up talking to about 20 real estate agents, and finally found someone who wanted to pay me a couple $1,000s for a website background, and got my drone paid for, and got my LLC set up and a website and everything else after the fact, after people had already asked me for those things. I didn't go in with business cards and a website and a business and a drone. I went in with questions, and I said, what do you need and how can I help you? And they were like, well, I need drone video, so I need you to buy a drone, and I need a website so I know what you do, and I never had to make business cards. I'll put it that way. But I've built an entire business around this, and it's paid for the majority of my travel and adventures this year. and it's only been 2 years. So really exciting stuff, and it's all thanks to that online course and a little hustle along the way and lots of support from good people. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out their website. At the very least, they offer a lot of cool podcasts and free information that's all very useful. They have a podcast called Starting From Nothing where they interview person after person who started a business and grown it to millions of dollars in revenue. And all of them are fascinating interviews, and you learn a lot. So speaking of podcast recommendations, go check it out. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you like it. I'll put a link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.